What was the time that you guys left from Kansas?
We got up at 5 in the morning and we headed on the bus on Tuesday.
The first few hours were kind of boring because everyone wanted to go back to sleep, so there wasn't much going on. But like right around 7 a.m. when we got to our first pit stop, it started picking up again. So it was fun from there on out.
Well, I got the good bus, let's just say that. I was on bus number 2 and we didn't have too many problems, but bus number 3 had a lot of problems and we had to make a lot of stops.
So my bus broke down when we immediately got into Florida, so we couldn't stop at the sign and take pictures. So when we got to go to the mall, that was the first time I went there, and I immediately got off the bus and I went to hug a palm tree.
My favorite part would actually have to be something that I didn't know about. See, we went on a ride called Tower of Terror, and it's one of those rides that will lift you up high and then just drop you. And what happened was, I didn't know what the ride was. Like, I was expecting it to be like the Haunted Mansion, which is a ride that kind of just it's like a tour, it takes you around. It's just like a little kiddie ride. But no, not this one. This one, I got on and at first it was like the tour. I'm like, okay, but everyone was just like shaking in their seats. They're like, oh, this is gonna be so scary. And I'm like, why are you freaking out? And we get to a stop and all of a sudden I feel myself rising. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then we take another stop and everybody's like gripping onto their chairs, just like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm like, what's gonna happen? And then we get dropped and then I feel myself rise up even more from my seat and I'm like, okay, I know what this is now.
How many rides did you go on at Disney?
Oh, wow, okay. So the first day when we were in Magic Kingdom, my group did almost everything. The second day, let's see. Wow. I couldn't do as much because I was performing the entire day because I also had jazz band that day. So I didn't get to do as many, but the third day was the day I was in Epcot, and that was more of an experience thing, so we didn't do as many rides, but we did quite a few things there too.
What was the competition like?
The competition was really fun. We played in front of some judges, and then at the end of the trip in Disney, we all headed to the award ceremony, and they gave out awards. So
the competition was interesting, I would say. We got to a stage, it was a very dry room, so the sound kind of didn't sound all too well.
Going into it, we didn't really know, so all we could really do is play our best and, hope for the best.
What did you guys place in?
I think we got 3rd place, Wind Ensemble did, and the dance team got 1st place in their division, which was really cool.
What was the last thing you did before you left?
I kind of panicked because I hadn't gotten my family any gifts yet, so I spent the last hour buying everyone stuff.
How was the way back to Kansas?
Oh, it was very interesting because everyone kind of got tired of each other after spending, 5 days with each other, non-stop. So it got a little rough, but it was also still fun because we got to talk about what we did, and it's something that I'll remember for a while.